I mean that only in the sense that there will be 20 questions with 2 bony each. I am fairly sure none of these is actual knowledge-based. Unless that knowledge is about memes, music, pop culture, movies, TV. That's probably it. So, ready? One thing I like to do before the final round is just like to get a little bit of the temperature in the room. So I'm going to point at a team, and I would like to hear you in your enthusiasm for them winning. So we'll start. Who would like to see Team A take the crown? What about Team B? No. Big fans. Team C. Alright, we gotta go because we now have 27 minutes. So, puzzle 1. What 3rd century BC man achieved many amazing things in his life, including a pretty darn good approximation of pi? A2.
Archimedes.
Proof of the concept of levers, a revolving device used to transport water in meeting the greatest adventurer of all time, Indiana Jones. Your first bonus. What Roman wrote about visiting Archimedes' tomb, which he described as having a sphere and a cylinder, which Archimedes himself requested be included? Yes, please. Cicero. Second, according to James Mangold, however, that was a fake tomb, and Indiana Jones found the real tomb. Within, they found a skeleton of Archimedes, which was still wearing something not often found on the bodies of the ancient Greeks. What was Archimedes wearing?
A watch.
A watch is correct, 15 points. Toss-up question number 2. Elon Musk bought Twitter for $44 billion, his 3rd official offer, even though he seemed to be bidding against himself. C2. Not correct. What man in Rome was definitely not bidding? Please stop. We need the players to be able to hear us. What man in Rome was definitely not bidding against himself for the imperial throne and came up short when his A4?
Next.
B2.
Sulpicianus
is correct. When his bid of 20,000 sesterces per praetorian guardsman came up 2nd best to Didius Julianus' bid for close. Your first bonus. What relation was Sulpicianus to the murdered Pertinax?
Uncle.
Father-in-law. Second, back to Comrade Elon. What a guy. I myself feel a kinship to him, as his bid for Twitter was also considered a hostile takeover. One defense against hostile takeovers could be described in Latin as pillula venenata, in which current shareholders are allowed to buy more shares to drive up the cost of buying the company to the aggressor. What is this strategy called in English?
Poison pill.
Poison pill is correct. 15 points for you. Toss-up question number 3. The writer's strike has struck again, so we have no clever lead-in to this question. Here's the toss-up. Blah, 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 work of Cicero. No, but I would have been so impressed. For Team Zandy, blah, 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 work of Cicero. Blah, 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 66 BC. Blah, 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 also called De Imperio Nati Pompeii. Blah, 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 war against B2.
Provolone.
Nope. A1.
Date break. It's called Solaris.
No, it was blah, 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 Mithridatic war. It's pro lege manilia. No. I am so excited for toss-up 6, I can't even. But first, we have to do toss-up question number 4. This one might take a while. Give the Latin for the phrase dirty birds so that it fits the following sentence. I can't believe that there is an actual band called
A3.
Sword did dos always.
No.
C2.
Sword did these always.
No.
B2.
Sword das always.
That is correct. The rest of the question says that there is an actual band called Chris Sloan and the Dirty Birds. For those of you who know Chris Sloan, he is our former CEO. He is also incredibly into birds. Your bonus, God's truth, y'all, this is a real band. I would like everyone in this room, not now, but to please show them some love on Spotify. Spotify describes Chris Sloan and the Dirty Birds as a soulful and gritty band making waves within the music community. Now, apparently, making waves can be done when you have 4 followers and 18 monthly listeners. So my goal, I would really like it. I want someone in the state of Washington when they're based in about a week to look at their Spotify things and like, what the hell happened? So everyone just go Google Chris Sloan and the Dirty Birds and put it on Spotify. Just listen to their song once and it's going to be amazing. It's not bad. It's not great. It's not bad. Anyway, back to Certamen, it changed always sordidas to the genitive and make those birds dirtier.
Sortidiorum avium. Avium sortidiorum.
And second, I'm sort of fine with birds, but you know what I'm not fine with? Bats. They freak me out. Give the ablative plural for the dirtiest bats.
Yeah. Sordidissons. Vespertilionibus sordidissimis.
That is correct. That was a lot of syllables. 20 points on question 4. Toss up question 5. Anates, copri, oves, cuniculi, and puli are among the Latin nouns for animals which all appear to
A2.
The NJCL vocabulary list.
No.
Do you want them?
The Chinese zodiac?
Where did he hear the
Do you want?
Anyone know what it is right now?
Petting zoo.
At what event at the 2023 NJCL convention for the first time in working memory of this question right here? It was the petting zoo.
They're actually working.
No point, square for 5.
Gabe and the Irrelevants, 15. Big Freddy, 35. Cookie Crushers get restored.
All right. Toss up 6. It's time for a World Series of Certamen Classic, the Family Feud style question. For this toss-up, all 3 teams will be allowed 1 buzz to give an answer to this question. The team that gives the highest rated answer will receive the points and the bonus. When asked the question, what states historically have had the most success at Certamen at the National JCL conventions? ChatGPT generated a list of the top 10. All right, so we have 3 buzzes.
A2.
Virginia.
Give me a survey says.
Survey says.
Number 4. The answer given was Florida.
Survey says.
Number 7.
C3.
Math.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Survey says.
No, I'm sorry. So the points go to Team A. Bonus 2 is going to be so delicious. Bonus 1. In a minute. Your first bonus, amazingly, not on the list at all, is what state, which won 5 natties from 2019 to 2022, including a staggering 4 consecutive wins on the novice level.
Massachusetts.
Yeah, you guys aren't in the top 10. Second, not to disparage ChatGPT or the Certamen prowess of the number 2 team on this list, but it seems a little too high for me for what state, although they have had excellent players throughout the years, including Richard Quant, Tom Yang, and more recently, Fred Muth. California. You guys seem number 2. Here's the list.
Brad.
Number 1, Texas. Number 2, California. Number 3, Illinois. It's going to take forever. Number 4, Virginia. You do 1! Number 5, Georgia. Number 6, Ohio. Number 7, Florida, and this is where it gets wild. No pressure. It will be the greatest answer in the history of the World Series. Sorry. No. Dic mihi amblique nomen ludi quem describo. In hoc ludo, tundis pilam ad competitores alios, et illi versus tundunt. Pila est cava, et plena.
B1.
Not correct.
A2.
Volleyball.
No. Plena foraminum fama huius ludi celerime crescit, et nomen huius ludi cucumi relatum est. It's
Pickleball.
pickleball! Ruined my pickleball question. Slow down! Wait for the payoff.
Like pickleball.
Cause wait. Quadriginta duo, sexaginta quinque, mille sescenti decem, and quinquaginta milia centum et unus are the four different terrae visited by the hero in what?
B1.
Not correct.
A3.
The hitchhiker's guide to the galaxy.
You waited. This is good for you. It's going to be really great. No. Are the four terrae visited by the hero in what 2023 blockbuster film, in which the villain, who in Latin would be known as Macula, tries to escape the film's hero, whose given first name would be Mille Passus, and whose...
C3.
Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
That's correct. First bonus. Yeah, there's your first bonus, the first film in the trilogy was called Into the Spider-Verse, and this year's banger was Across the Spider-Verse. In March of 2024, we will get the conclusion, which is going to be called Blank the Spider-Verse. Give it the Latin preposition that completes the title of that movie. Ultra is correct. Your second bonus just said that we ask something kind of academic once in a while. The villain being called the Spot reminds me of Dalmatians. In that vein, in 10 AD, the province of Dalmatia was born, having come into being alongside another province when a revolt was quashed and a larger territory was split into two. Name both the other province created alongside Dalmatia and the larger province from which they came. And please, go.
Say something. Illyria Noricum.
Pannonia and Illyricum. So you get 15 points. Oh, we might come back to that. I think they're in my bag.
14 minutes left.
Yeah, I know.
Thank you, Joey.
Woo. We're gonna skip that one for right now. It's something. You'll find it. I don't care. Toss up 10. We'll come back. Most of the territory of what modern-day country was encompassed by the Roman province of Mauritania Tingitana and achieved world
A1. Morocco.
achieved world acclaim at the 2022 World Cup by becoming the first African nation to make the semifinals? Morocco is correct. Your first bonus, give the Latin name for the country that defeated Morocco 2-0 in the semifinals before themselves losing in the final.
Gallia.
Gallia is correct. Your second bonus, it's too lame to ask the Latin word at the root of the country that won the World Cup, and I'm honestly afraid of how irrationally angry I would be if you didn't know that. So I will ask something similar that you might miss, but at least I won't be upset if you do. Give the element of the periodic table named after the Greek goddess of the rainbow and its atomic number. Because I am a benevolent dictator, you can be plus or minus 10 on the atomic number. Well, again,
Oh, yeah.
without looking.
Iridium. 86.
Close enough.
I want to say like 78, but I'm
77, you
Oh.
So it's close enough, 20 points. Score!
55, 35, 15. That's only after 9 questions.
Yeah, down, please. Handrail. Necks, as in one of these, but two. Onions. Here is toss-up number 9. Unscramble these words to form 2 names. One to honor the past, and one to pay homage to the glorious future of the World Series of Certamen.
C2.
Ken and Dino.
And?
And
And
B2.
Canadino Crystal.
that is correct. Please write down these words. Reincarnate. Just them, it's a bonus. Stop writing. All right, reincarnate. Rhyme. The one with an H in it, not like fraud. Sidewalk. Here's your bonus.
Right, not right.
No man is an island, not even in Indiana. I want to give a shout out to several people who helped make this event possible, including Hillary Cheney, Nikhil Ranjan, Generosa Sanko Jackson, Austin Chu, Ryan Vincent, and Shannon Sloan. Let's give them a hand. But I must admit the 2 gentlemen who have been of immeasurable help to me are 2 titans of Certamen in their own rights who can have their names anagrammed to reincarnate, rhyme, sidewalk. Name these 2 awesome dudes. That guy and that guy is right. Your second bonus. Damn anagrams can be really fun. For your second bonus, the anagrams are nonchalance, slushy, wearers. Nonchalance, slushy wearers. Slushy with a Y. For your second bonus, give the names of the 2 JCL legends who were the last 2 names called at the longtime attendees portion of GA4. Name these 2 ladies, one Virginian and one Tennessean, whose name anagram to the most excellent, nonchalant, slushy wearers.
Susan Shearer and Nancy Hunt.
That is correct. And thank you for your computer pictures. Now it's halftime with the score.
55-15.
That's a tie. Honestly, if it's a tie, we're doing what we did last year. So warm up your paper, rock, scissors. Top 11. What term could describe both the fan base of a certain musical superstar?
C1. B4.
It's delicious. It's the irony.
This is
Delicious. Delicious. For Team A.
A4.
Why? Professional James. Answer, please.
Swifties.
Still no. Do you know what it is? What is it? It's the Beehive.
Oh.
It's the Beyonce question. Context. The World Series of Certamen registration form had it, if you would like any comments or requests, and Alex Soto requested a Beyonce question. And then fumbled a Beyonce. Toss-up 12. Toss-up 12 is about animals in the news. Give the Latin term, which serendipitously enough is also an English word, used to describe the largest member
A4. Porco.
of the dolphin family that has been in the news recently for making several unprovoked attacks on boats and surfers. Your first bonus. Give the Latin word for the animal that was the titular star of a 2023 comedy horror film, which is loosely based on a true story and set right here in Georgia. Without the descriptive word.
Okay. Ursa.
Ursa is correct. It's just a regular bear, guys. Just a regular bear. Second, gives the mascot of the baseball team that currently owns baseball's second best record behind the Braves hat tip to the locals. This team has been a laughingstock for years and has an avian mascot that derives its name from the Latin word for a chemical element.
Orioles.
Orioles is correct. 20 points. Toss-up question number 13. In mythology, what man literally literally went down in flames at what should have been his
C3.
What?
Phantom.
No.
B2.
Third, please.
No. Want to buzz in, Al? In mythology, what man literally went down in flames at what should have been his moment of triumph when he unwisely stated that not even Zeus could stop him as he stood atop one of the gates of Thebes?
A2.
Peneus is correct. Your first bonus, Paneus is seen in Dante's Inferno, where he languishes forever in the seventh circle of hell, along with others guilty of what sin?
Pride.
He literally said, not even Zeus can stop me. What do we call that?
Blasphemy.
Blasphemy. Second bonus. Speaking of fiery demises, what internet-based TV shows featured items that could be called in Latin Lucerna piratae, Facafair, Hiper septentrionale, and always missile, ultra insanitatem, which goes 8 in the order of 10 increasingly spicy challenges.
Hot ones.
Hot ones is correct. So, 15.
Apparently, Chris is on watch.
Hi, Chris! Everyone say hi, Chris. All right, toss up 14. What streaming show can be described with the following Latin sentences? Est nomen unius dierum.
A2. Wednesday.
Est nomen unius dierum hebdomatis et appellator deo maximo nordicorum Latina lingua appellatus est dies Mercurii. Your first bonus. In die Mercurio, quae persona est omnino manus nec corpus eti est.
Thing.
Did I say responde Latina? Responde Latina.
Grace.
Yeah. I was like, why is that a thing? Your second bonus. What Latin term could describe the unusual nature of Wednesday's color-loving roommate, Enid Sinclair? If they miss this, boo them unmercifully. Answer, please.
What's Bertillio?
She's a bat. Yeah. What is she? A werewolf. Where's the palace? 15 points. Toss up 15. What American rapper in 2018 released a homemade music video that in Latin could be called Moogie?
C1.
Doja Cat. You read the rest of it, but we don't have time. Your first bonus, given Latin the title of Doja Cat's 2021 collaboration with SZA, Kiss Me More. I'm not sure if Basio can be a verb, but I'm here for it. I'll take it. Your second bonus. In 2017, SZA herself was featured in Maroon 5's song that in Latin would be Quod Amantes Faciunt. Give the English title of that song. That's correct. What's the score?
105, 55, 35.
All right, 5 questions to go, plus 16. Listen carefully to the following passage, which due to our time constraints, I will read once and answer in English the questions that follow. Aurelia nunc torva vultu ob picturam Oppenheimer constituit spectare Barbie ante reditum suum ad imperatorem. In hoc pictura Aurelia cognoscit omnes duces in terra Barbiniensi feminas esse. Aurelia obstepescit et mirata est. Exclamavit, viri Romani sumiliores omnibus illis cens in terra Barbiniensi esse debent. The toss-up.
Roman men should be more like the Kens in Barbie.
That's not correct. But I like it. The toss-up. What does Aurelia...
A2.
That all the leaders in the Barbie world are women.
That's correct. What does Aurelia learn from her viewing of Barbie, her first bonus? What observation does Aurelia make at the end of this passage? Answer.
Roman men should be more like the Kens in the Barbie world.
Correct. Barbie land.
Oh, thank you.
Your second bonus. The passage concludes, Aurelia, similima Barbie, cognoscit se male hoc mundum, quam sum. Constituit manere in nostro mundo, et sperat se posse mox iter facere ad conventione. If Aurelia gets her wish, what will she do soon?
Go to convention.
Go to convention. 20 points on question 16.
50 seconds.
We can do it. Just 17. Is the Roman numeral referred to by all of these clues? The year of the deaths, BC, of Lucius, Aurunculeus Cotta, and Quintus Titurius Sabinus, and a majority of their men. The number of cards in a standard decking.
A3.
Including the jokers and numerical designation of the Saudi back breakaway, blah, blah, blah. First bonus. Although most professional golfers with various amounts of grumbling have accepted the merger, what prominent golfer from the septentrionalist part of Hibernia stated, I still hate LIV. I hate them. I hope it goes away.
McElroy.
Yes. Second bonus. As all good AP Latin students know, Sabinus and Cotta died because they didn't listen to Caesar, at least according to Caesar. Latin in book 5. What good little, later in book 5, I wrote Latin in book 5. What good little soldier's camp is rescued by Caesar because he follows orders and does not leave his camp even when sorely pressed by enemies? Answer, please.
Cicero.
More specific.
Quintus Cicero.
Yeah. Toss of AC. Responde anglice. Hoc anno, quae series ludorum videntium, edidit hortum ludum.
C1.
I mean, yes, but no.
B3.
4. It's still no. In quo lusores redeunt ad terram appellatam sanctuary, et pugnant contra daemonem appellatam lilith.
A3.
Diablo.
Diablo 4. Your first bonus, a boss who makes a triumphant return in Diablo 4 until you unceremoniously kill him yet again, is named the Butcher. What is the Latin word for butcher?
Carnifex.
Yeah. One of the Act 3 bosses has an abstract name that in Latin could be Judicium Matris. What is the name of this boss?
Mother's Judgment.
Yes. Toss up 19. The antepenultimate episode of this show could be titled in Latin, Hiatus Internationalis, in which we learn that a character with the first name of Mo is from the country known to the Romans as Helvetia. The penultimate episode in Latin would be Urbs Matrum, in which the characters travel to a city known to the Romans as Numucium and experience success for the first.
C4.
Ted Lasso is over. Your first bonus. It's not Latin, but damn it, you should know it. What is the last name of the player named in the toss-up from Helvetia, whose first name is Mo? Coolest name in Ted Lasso. He's number 21.
He's also the fittest player on the team.
Colin thinks he's fit. Answer please, you have no know. What's his last name? Anyone know?
Lumbercat.
Thundercat. Your second bonus. From what modern-day country known to the Romans as Cambria does Richmond's winger Colin Hughes hail? Wales is correct. We have no time. Toss 20. This just in. Chris Sloan has decided not to fight the takeover and has willingly sold his shares of stock in the WSOC to me, and yes, to you as well, dear shareholders. This is now our event. Woo! To celebrate this momentous occasion, using the verb supero, say in Latin, by fighting very bravely, we have defeated
C2.
Fortissime pugnando super Chris Sloan.
Fortissime pugnando Superalums, oppressores nostros.
I'm sorry, for team A, by fighting very bravely, we have defeated the most evil tyrant.
Fortissime, Fernando, Superavimus, Tiranum, Pessim.
That is correct. Your first bonus. Now, my subjects, please show your obeisance to your new overlord by saying in Latin, "The king is dead, long live the king." Yo!
Rex Mortuus, Longe Rex. Wiwat.
I mean, long is super long, lame, but no. Rex Diu, Wiwat makes more sense. Or just Wiwato Rex. Second bonus. There are goings on in the moderator room that y'all just can't believe. I was going to have you say in Latin, "I won't oppress the people," or will I? Instead of doing that whole thing, I can state assertively, with much research, that if you were to put that sentence into Latin, what must be the word you use for or? Yes, please. On is correct. Can we have a final score? You don't have to be quite so fast.
180, 55, 50.
Congratulations.